Hey everybody, it's Brandon the Brony Pony, and I'm actually here with a My Little Pony in Real Life creator from YouTube. His name is 1stZackAttack. I don't know if you know him, but he creates a series called Earth to Pony, which is based off of PecachPictures Earth to Pony, and he took inspiration from it, and obviously that's a series I am like super in love with, and today we were going to be talking about speculation on PecachPicture Joey Oropieza's Earth to Pony and what will happen next in episode 6 and beyond, and like all kinds of other stuff. So yeah, and we're basically going to be talking about like what we think is going to happen next. So say hi, Zach.
What's up?
Hey, so if you haven't heard of 1stZackAttack, I recommend you go subscribe to him. He makes really good MLP in real life content. He animates everything himself, so he's really good. So yeah, but anyway, for the first topic, we're gonna talk about Robert's origin. Is he Pharynx? Robert is the evil changeling that is like, you know, he's like the really mean one. He's like always talking about Chrysalis's plans and stuff, and he's actually the one. Let me give a spoiler warning. There is going to be spoilers for Earth to Pony in this. Just a heads up. So if you haven't seen Earth to Pony, I recommend you go see it before watching this video and see Pony Meets World first. So yeah. But anyway. I'll put that in the description, but yeah. Anyway, on with the video. So, Robert's origin, is he Pharynx? So, I'll let you start the discussion, Zach. Do you think that Robert is Pharynx? And what do you think his origin is? Like, do you think he's Pharynx, or do you think he's like someone else, or some random changeling, or what?
Well, on my perspective, I would think that when I first saw episode 1 and then the rest of the episodes from there, I thought it was almost like maybe behind the story before the actual episode began. I'm thinking that when Chrysalis was almost in the real world, or if she already found a way to the real world eventually, then somehow, maybe, this is just a thought, I'm thinking that maybe Robert could be just like your average ordinary guy in the real world, but somehow maybe Queen Chrysalis was able to control his mind and have him possess changeling powers or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I don't know how many more episodes Joey will do, if Earth to Pony will continue. I mean, I think it will, but I don't know. We'll have to wait on his end. But I don't know if I'm right. But if I am, and I'm not sure about that, it would be possible if the final episode would be, or almost close to the final episode when there is a final episode.
Yeah.
Joey would able to Joey and whoever else would be on the team, and especially along with Royland, because now for some reason Joey is stuck in the spirit world.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little deja vu Jared there.
Yeah. But I like that theory where he's like he's controlled by Chrysalis. That's a good thought. That's a good thought. But there is maybe one problem with that, and the fact that that could work if there wasn't that scene in the very first episode when he disguised as Royland. Remember that?
Yeah.
So that's what makes me think he might actually be a changeling, because he is he disguised as Royland in the first episode.
Okay, well, like I'm saying, the idea that I just explained, I actually got this inspiration because of I don't know if you ever watched the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series. It's on Netflix, but
Oh,
I saw one of the episodes on season 3 where the new character Catherine was under Rita's spell, and somehow during the episode series where Kimberly falls from the balance beam, and well, before any of that stuff, then Catherine started getting flashbacks about her past history before she thought she was evil.
oh.
It was like a little, get out of there, get out of my head. I'm supposed to be evil. I'm not supposed to be good.
Wow, dang, that's interesting. Well, yeah, that I could see that, but yeah, the only reason I think he might be a changeling is because the thing with Royland in the beginning where he was disguised as him, so obviously we know he can transform, but that's why, in my opinion, I think it might be Pharynx because like he's using Thorax and him and Thorax are together, and in the show Pharynx is like Thorax's brother, and then also in the To Change a Changeling episode, Pharynx is like loyal to the old changeling ways, and in the series he's very loyal to Queen Chrysalis, kind of the same way Pharynx is in the show. So my guess is that Joey, he's seen all the show, so I'm sure he paid attention to that and probably does. And Robert is just like his human name, but he's actually Pharynx in disguise. That's what I think. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, because if you were ever watching any other shows besides My Little Pony, it could almost get you to think of some inspirations of what else could happen if they possibly happen to return. And
Yeah, true.
And that's what I'm also trying to plan on my series. If Joey doesn't do it, I'm planning to do it for my version of Earth to Pony.
That's good.
Where we have someone under Chrysalis' spell and they're actually really human, but then somehow Chrysalis has this little amulet or something which enables a person to have the changeling powers to be able to switch from one person to another person and disguise their voice or whatever.
Oh, that's cool. Well,
yeah.
All right. Well, now on to the next topic, which is Queen Chrysalis's plan. So, what do we think that Queen Chrysalis's plan is for like Earth to Pony, Joey's Earth to Pony? Like, what do we think? I mean, Joey's the only one who knows, but that's why we speculate. But what do we think that her plan is? Like, usually she likes to feed off love. So, do you think her plan is kind of similar to what it was in the season 6 finale, where she just wanted to like take over, or something like how she wanted to take over Canterlot, or like in the season 2 finale, or like does she want to just take over the world and like feed off all the love, or does she want to feed off of Joey's love for Celestia, or like what is it do you think she wants to do? Like, what is her purpose? Because with Discord, it kind of made a little bit more sense, because he wanted to spread chaos, so he kind of had more of like a reasonable purpose. But it makes you really wonder, what do you think Queen Chrysalis's plan might be?
Honestly, because of Queen Chrysalis, her evil behavior and how she used to be. And I guess in her head, she's still the leader of all the evil versions of the changelings.
Yeah.
Because at the end of season 6, the changelings were reformed. But I'm wondering, and this is even going to be on my series as well, where Chrysalis somehow had the ability to be able to. Just like she did with the first group of changelings. And I even got this inspiration from the Bride and Daughter Discord series as well. If you guys haven't seen that yet, I recommend you go watch it so you can kind of get a perspective on a different version of what Queen Chrysalis was after.
Yeah, I've heard it's a really good series.
It's not just draining people's life and draining all their love out of them. It was mostly because of a heartbroken thing.
Oh.
And
wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, the only place you can see that theory of Queen Chrysalis's revenge is on the Daughter Discord series.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll probably just be like for hostile takeover for what
Yeah,
Queen Chrysalis's plan is to control maybe both worlds, both Equestria and planet Earth, just in different ways. Like if there was an actual way possible, and this is just coming out of my own head, I'm thinking that maybe if Chrysalis found a way to be able to have both planet Earth and Equestria side by side, but have like sort of a wall or something.
you mean like merge the worlds?
Yes, merge the worlds, and then her massive royalty throne would be right in the middle of the line, and she'd be control of both worlds, and vice versa.
Wow, that actually sounds interesting. That actually sounds plausible, actually. And it kind of does seem like something Joey might do. So that might actually happen. So we'll just have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, that sounds really plausible, actually. Yeah, I'm hoping that's what happens, because that'll really be interesting if that happens. Okay,
but just in case it doesn't, then I could also try for my series too.
yeah, that's true. You should probably wait and see if it happens, though. Yeah, just to make sure. But yeah, and then the next topic would be Thorax's role. What do we think Thorax's role is, like in Earth to Pony? What do we think his role is? Because I mean, he's the good guy. He's the good changeling, the one that's like different from the rest. So do we think that like they're gonna redo? Because in the Pony Meets World, they kind of redid some scenes from the show. So like maybe they'll redo his transformation, like have him transform like he did in the show, or maybe something else, or maybe yeah. Like, what do we think that Thorax's role might be? Like, yeah.
Well, for Thorax's role, I would say it would probably be the same thing as they did when Thorax wasn't much of a evil changeling. He was more like a softy kind of guy, and yeah, because as we know on the show, and just a little side comment, on the Daughter of Discord series, if you guys still haven't seen that yet, there is a character that's similar to Thorax, except this character is named a different name and looks different.
So he's like a changeling that it was like born different, and he like wanted to be good.
Yes. The difference between Thorax and the character on Daughter of Discord, his name is Mothball.
Oh, and, Mothball. I think I've heard of that.
Yeah. He's not like the rest of the changeling group. He had different shaped eyes. He actually had no blue colored eyes with no iris or pupils whatsoever. But Mothball is the one who has like realistic pony eyes sort of thing. Wow,
that's actually really interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what I'm trying. That's what I think. That they're just trying to redo the whole Thorax being friends with everyone, and leaving the changeling hive, and or something. I'm just giving my positive thoughts here.
Yeah,
what the plan might be.
Yeah, it might be like a somewhat slight retelling of like the season 6 finale in a way, like where Thorax will like. Well, I mean, Thorax technically didn't save the hive, but like he helped with it. Like Starlight mostly did it, but it was Thorax who helped. Like he shared his love.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll share his love with Chrysalis to like defeat her or something. And instead of her wanting revenge on Starlight, maybe she'll want revenge on like Joey or something. Who knows? But that would
Yeah.
be interesting. Yeah, that would be really interesting if they did that. Okay,
Yeah.
next topic, which is our fourth topic, is bringing Joey and Derpy back to life. So how do we think that's gonna happen, and who do we think is gonna be the one who's gonna have to bring Joey and Derpy back to life? Because we know they are gonna come back. Um, so like, how do we think it's gonna happen? Like, is Royland? Is it gonna be Royland? Is it gonna be Thorax? Is it gonna be Royland and Thorax? Or do we think maybe this is a topic for later? But do we think maybe an old character might come back, like Jared, and he will have to do it? That's probably unlikely, but you know, you never know. Like, do we think like it's gonna be Royland or Jared come back, or maybe Thorax is gonna have to save Joey and Derpy? What do you think?
This is a little tricky because a lot of things have happened during the whole series when Joey started the whole thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know if, but they might bring Jared back. I don't know. I mean, it could be a possibility, but because I think that Jared and Joey were pretty close friends, even though they never talked that much ever since this year came to be and this whole pandemic thing happened.
Yeah.
And it'll still have to be under experimentation and see what might possibly be happening, or it might be Royland using the Elements of Harmony book that Celestia gave to Joey long ago to be able to bring Joey and Derpy back to life. I don't know.
Yeah, that might be the way they might do it, like how they brought Jared back, because they do still have that book, so maybe they'll use the same spell. But the question is, who is gonna do it? Like, is it gonna be Royland because Royland's Joey's brother, or is he gonna what? Like,
well, I guess Royland will have to do it because, as he said in the fifth episode, it was the fifth episode. Yeah, on the fifth episode, he was saying that he now has the book with the Elements of Harmony.
That's true.
He now realizes that the girls are back in the real world and they're ready to help.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I think it might be Royland to be able to do that because Jared got help from Joey to bring him back to life, and now Joey needs help from, I guess, maybe Royland to help him bring him back to life. Oh, and also Derpy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can't forget about Derpy. Yeah, they're gonna both be brought back. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I was really surprised when they killed off Derpy. Like, I kind of had a feeling Joey was gonna be killed off,
but don't hurt him.
But I really didn't think he was gonna go for like Derpy too. Like, that's kind of crazy if you ask me. Like, Derpy, that was.
Why did he hurt me?
Yeah, that was definitely a shock. Okay, next one is this one's an exciting one. Going to Equestria. Do we think they are going to go to Equestria in Earth to Pony, just like they did in Pony Meets World? Do you think Royland is going to have to travel to Equestria to get help from some pony or some creature or whatever, in order to bring Joey back, because maybe he doesn't know what to do, or maybe he has to go there for like an emergency, or to warn someone, or I don't know. Like, the girls, as you said before, are in the world. So there would have to be a special reason for why he'd have to go to Equestria. Like, maybe all the ponies are in the real world, but it'd be like the season 1 finale of Pony Meets World where Royland has to go there alone. But then again, from what I heard, the princesses are in the real world too, apparently. So how do you think they would be able to fit in a travel to Equestria? Like, how would they be able to fit that in with all the ponies being in the real world, even Celestia and Luna? Like, how do you think that would work?
Well, if we all remember episode 5, and especially on the news report, because in case you guys haven't seen it yet, and there's even a reaction video on my YouTube channel if you haven't seen that, of me reacting to episode 5. As I recall, I thought the news report said that the chief of police, Princess Luna, and Princess Celestia were missing.
Oh, they were? Oh.
Yeah, don't you remember that?
Oh, I remember now. Yeah, I do remember that now. Yeah, it slipped my mind. I remember that now.
What I know is the girls and even a few of the royal guards from the Canterlot Castle are in the real world protecting the book and trying to get the TV back and save everyone.
Okay.
So he might go to Equestria to find someone or anyone or maybe everyone involved. It will probably take a lot of concentration to be able to actually get the clips of all the characters, so that way he can have everyone from Equestria be in the real world and then finding a way to stop Chrysalis and end it all.
Yeah.
And everyone can live happily ever after.
Yeah, it's true. I hope they do go to Equestria in a future episode. That would be really exciting because those are probably always my favorite parts of Pony Meets World whenever we travel to Equestria. So yeah. Well,
when I do my series of Vert to Pony, and especially once this pandemic is over, or when we can find a safer way to do this until further notice.
Yeah.
I still have plans where you and I are going to Equestria, dude. Because you are definitely part of this. You're definitely part of this project. Brandon is definitely going to be part of this Earth to Pony project.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm hoping as long as my aunt lets me and we can get it all set up. But yeah, I'm hoping, really hoping I'll be able to be in a series.
Well, she has contact with my mom, so we'll work it out.
Yeah, but anyway, as for the next topic would be Joey Lestia. This is an exciting one. Do we think Joey is gonna have enough bravery to admit his feelings to Celestia sometime, like even if it's not this season, maybe the next season of Earth to Pony? Do we think Joey is gonna finally man up and tell Celestia he loves her, and Celestia is gonna accept him, and they're gonna maybe, if not a kiss on the lips, maybe at least a kiss on the cheek or something, like just a little peck on the cheek? Do you think that's gonna happen in Earth to Pony at all? Do you think there's anywhere we could fit it in?
What about a little boop on the nose?
That would be cool too, yeah. But like, do we think this is gonna happen? Like, is Joey gonna be brave enough to tell Celestia how he feels?
Well, that would have to be up to Joey and Celestia, because they keep blushing every time they see each other. So
I know, that's true.
But at some point during the series, maybe it might be a little bit of
yeah, that would be funny. Yeah, it would be pretty cool to actually see them like hook up. Because as you know, I am a fan of like Ocean Canon stuff. So being a ship artist myself. So
yeah, I haven't forgot about your love life for Starlight.
Yeah, I definitely love Starlight a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, you're in love with Starlight and I'm in love with Twilight. Wait, what?
It's okay. But yeah, I really hope that Joey Lestia happens in the series. Like, I think all his fans want to see that. Like, pretty much. I think all of Joey's fans want to see Joey Lestia happen. So I guess it's really up to Joey whether he wants to make himself be brave enough, but yeah, I'm hoping that happens. I figured that would probably be a pretty quick topic. But anyway, so
did I just say that out loud?
Yeah, that's funny. It's okay. But anyway, the next topic is, we kind of went over this a little bit in a few topics back. But bringing more old characters back. Jared? Do we think maybe someone like Jared would come back, or maybe other old characters, like maybe some from Joey Underground's, more like maybe the Doctor, the weird Doctor, or like, that's probably unlikely, but maybe he makes a small appearance or something. Apparently Rydell had a falling out with him, and so do we think like maybe someone like Jared, or I mean Dustin's already came back, so really the only big one that would cause a lot of hype with his fans would be Jared. But do we think that's going to happen? Like, do we think maybe Joey is able to contact him and get him back at least for one episode, maybe even just one scene? Like that would be enough to hype people up. Like, you know how they got Rydell at least back for one scene. Do you think they'll be able to get Jared back at least for one scene?
Well, for the one scene that I would think of for Jared, if he did return, it will probably maybe have to be in the scene where maybe it shows the, unless there's anything else planned, but the one scene I'm thinking about is having him as a background artist standing in the crowd, and then the camera zooms in on him and he would say, "Whoa, friendship's really catnip."
Oh, that'd be awesome. That would be really awesome, man. I love that friendship is catnip thing. That is totally like, that was created just for Pony Meets World. It's just great line. I love it. Friendship is catnip. I love it. Yeah, that would actually be really cool. Even if it's just for like a small little appearance, that would just be enough to like make people just get all hyped. Like it would get a lot of hype. Now for the next topic, how about this? New MLP characters like to introduce into the series, like Starlight, Trixie, Cadence, Shining Armor, etc. Like, do we think any new MLP characters are going to be introduced in the series that were never in there before? Like Starlight, Trixie, Cadence, Shining Armor, Miss Harshwinnie, Miss Cheerily, Mayor, you know, there's tons. Like, any of those?
Well, if he does try to bring some of those characters in the series, like if they had a few scenes where it had Spike, the animation of Spike, like for either if it's just like green screen clips, or if he was able to get no one cool to help him animate again, then I would be the best Spike voice that Joey would get if he happens to do that.
Yeah, that would actually be really cool if you got to work in one of his projects. You do a pretty amazing Spike voice.
Yeah, and just in case if you guys haven't heard my Spike voice, you can check out on my YouTube channel. It's The Legend of Ghost Mare Samara. It shows a thumbnail of Twilight standing next to a crystal ball with a My Little Pony version of the Ghost Girl Samara climbing out, and yeah, it took me about 2 years to make.
Well, this will actually be going up on your channel, hopefully, and mine too, if you're willing to do that. But that way, you know, people will see it on my channel, but people will also see it on your channel. So it'll actually, hopefully, be going up on both our channels just to get equal views.
Just saying in general.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
I mean, just in case I forget to upload it.
Yeah, that's true. I can send you it when we're done. But yeah, I'm probably gonna add music to it. I'm probably gonna add music through like Movie Maker, like Pony Meets World music and stuff in the background.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna be that'll be playing in the background. So when people are watching this right now, they're gonna be hearing that right now during the video. So. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it would be cool to see old MLP characters come out. And here's another topic, second to last topic. How many episodes do we think Season 1 is going to have? Do you think it'll have the same amount as Season 1 and 2, like with 8 episodes? Or do you think it's have more, like 10 or 13, or maybe double, like 14 or 16? Like, is Joey just going to, like, because it's already seeming like even more ambitious than Pony Meets World, so do you think that there's gonna be like a climax, like a mid-season climax where like there's a huge cliffhanger, like a mid-season finale, and then there's a few slice of life episodes, like, and then maybe they think they defeated Chrysalis, but then she comes back near the last few episodes, which is like, and it's like really building up to her return or something, or like. Do we think that's going to happen? Like, there'll be the same amount of episodes, or maybe Joey needs more episodes to tell what he really wants to tell in the first season? Because maybe he plans for another villain in Season 2, but we'll talk about that on the next topic. But yeah.
Well, as we recall from Joey's past live stream about the whole end of 2019 and going into 2020, as he said, and if I recall, he said if there was ever a way, if they brought both Chrysalis, Tyrek, and Cozy Glow, no one would survive.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's going to be any other villains for
Oh,
any other
sorry.
episode.
That's the next topic. We're talking about how many episodes we think there'll be.
I know. I'm just giving a thought on this.
Oh, okay.
What I don't know if there's ever going to be any other villains. There might be. It just depends on Joey's perspective of how he thinks it'll go.
Yeah.
Besides, until he could be able to get more filming done and see who else can be able to be a part of this project, and seeing if he could be able to get some old friends back.
Yeah.
That's just going to be a stretch for now.
Yeah, but for the topic we're currently on though, like how many episodes do we think there's going to be? Like how many episodes? Just like it's like, do we think there's going to be the same amount as Pony Meets World, or is there going to be more? Like I don't know.
I think there might be a possibility where there might be a lot more episodes until another season, but I am not entirely sure.
Okay, well, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like he might do more. Like maybe that wasn't the plan before, but now because we're having to wait so long for like, because of this pandemic and stuff, he might want to make it like do something about that, and like when he starts filming again, he might want to make more episodes. Or maybe he had that plan from the start because he has a lot to tell, because he's been doing like bomb after bomb. Like each episode has been a bomb, like been a huge tons of stuff happening in like so short time. So if he could do all that in such a short episode, imagine what he could do in like a really long episode. So yeah.
And it also depends on if he gets more supporters on his Patreon, because that helped get episodes out that helped get episodes out before.
Yeah.
It helped get the rest of the episodes out more quickly.
Yeah, I do want to become a patron of his. I would love to, because yeah.
And I'm also hoping to get support on my Patreon so I can keep doing my videos too.
Yeah.
It's taking me really long to make my videos, especially the MLP in real life videos, because those take a lot of time, a lot of concentration. It's very much of a tedious process.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, the next topic, we kind of went over this a little bit, but this is like full discussion. Ideas for a potential season 2 villain, and will there even be a season 2? So it's kind of like 2 in 1 topic, kind of. So like, first let's talk about, will there even be a season 2? Like, do you think if Joey, assuming Joey, doesn't, end Earth the Pony again, maybe like he continues it after this whole pandemic is over, do you think, and he finishes season 1, do you think there will be a season 2, or will he not do a season 2 and he'll just have a ton of season 1 episodes? Like, or will he have a bunch of season 1 episodes and then still have a season 2? Like, just keep it going, just to scratch that G4 itch, since G4 is kind of over. So maybe he knows people really love G4, and he loves G4. So maybe, do you think he'll make a season 2?
He might, but again, on my perspective on this, I think that it would probably let's see. So for what you were saying, that Generation 4 is officially now over.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been really bugging about that, how Generation 4 is finally like over with, and they finally got the friendship is forever short little episode thing.
Oh yeah.
Where they show the past clips of the last episodes during the last few parts of the season.
Yeah.
Even though people say it's over, I don't really think it's over. Besides, a lot of people are still recreating animations. They're still doing voices. They're still doing story topics. They're doing everything to keep it alive. It's not over.
Well, it may be over, like, officially when it comes to, like, stuff Hasbro makes, but with the fans, it's not over. But, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'll really miss the show, but I can always rewatch the show whenever I want to. So,
yeah, and I've seen some videos of the behind the scenes at Hasbro when they were first starting to do one of the episodes, way back when they were first starting Friendship is Magic. I saw the behind the scenes of the voice recording, the animation, all of it. So I basically know, and I even saw actual tutorials from another person who is recreating the My Little Pony animations from the show, but adding little alterations to it. So it's, again, officially not over. Just over for the show itself, but not over for recreating the Generation 4 stuff.
Yeah, true. So yeah, but do we think that Joey's gonna make a season 2? Like, do we think so, or do we not know, or like, do we think it's possible that he might do a repeat of Pony Meets World? Because personally, I think he is gonna do a season 2 because he did one with Pony Meets World, and he might, he might just do that. But I want to know what you think. Like, do you agree? Do you think he might do a repeat of Pony Meets World and just because it is kind of a sequel to Pony Meets World, so he might be treating it as such in a way and might have it be a similar format to Pony Meets World. Do you think he might do that? Yeah. I think it's possible. So, all right. And now for the main topic of the last topic, which is ideas for a potential season 2 villain. This is a really fun one too. So, we kind of talked about this a little bit before, but that was just about Cozy Glow and Chrysalis and all that. But do we think if there is a season 2, do we think there will be like another kind of villain? Like maybe there's a few possibilities. Like, do you think he'll go for King Sombra, or he has mentioned T-Rex in the past in Pony Meets World, like Mother of Lord T-Rex. He kind of brought up T-Rex in some ways in the series, and just like that, they also brought up Chrysalis in Pony Meets World, and then it was kind of like a foreshadowing of Earth to Pony that could have been intentional. They were foreshadowing Earth to Pony, we didn't even know it. So maybe, who knows? Maybe they might be foreshadowing something with T-Rex in the future. Maybe T-Rex will be the season 2 villain, or it could be King Sombra. Or maybe he'll pull an oddball on us and do the Sirens from Equestria Girls, and like do the similar thing with Discord, where he has their human forms, but it's like cosplayers, basically, like people dressed up as their human forms from Equestria Girls. Like, they'll appear as like, they'll have like no one cool animate their siren forms talking or something like that, or someone who get an animator to animate that, and then they become human somehow and look like their Equestria Girls forms, but in live action. Like, who do you think will be the villain? Like, or who would you like to see as a villain? That's a better question. Like, who would you like to see as a potential season 2 villain?
Well, I'm not sure because they've already had a lot of villains over the series, and I don't know who else would be a villain. My thought would be whoever is still holding a grudge.
Yeah, so like maybe King Sombra.
Well, I don't know if Sombra is still alive, because as we saw in season 9, he was potentially defeated altogether.
Yes, but you gotta remember he was also brought back. And then another possibility could be Grogar. He might have Grogar as a villain, like the real Grogar, which would be a first because he's never actually been in the series, the real one. So, what do you think of that? Do you think he might pull a Grogar or something?
I don't know, but I've never really seen an actual Grogar on the show unless it was Discord disguise. So I don't know if there's going to be Grogar, but we'll have to wait and see on Joey's perspective on what he's going to do. I'm only just giving my positive thoughts and opinions.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I think that it's possible that he could maybe do. I'm really thinking he might do Lord T-Rex. I don't know why, but I just feel like he might do Lord T-Rex. I don't know, because he's brought him up a lot in his live streams and even in the series. Like, he's brought up Lord T-Rex a lot, so I don't know why, but I feel like if he's gonna do a season 2, it's gonna be T-Rex. So yeah. But anyway, now for final thoughts, just like anything, basically. So basically, for final thoughts, well, let's bring up how Joey did mention in his live stream once that at 50K, he would bring back Pony Meets World, like, for like a 3rd season, which I'm assuming would probably take place after Earth to Pony, because, you know, there was a huge gap between Pony Meets World and Earth to Pony, so it'd be like kind of weird situation where, like, it's a 3rd season of Pony Meets World, but it's a sequel. It's also a sequel to, like, Earth to Pony. So yeah, it'd be kind of weird, but maybe he'll make it more like that style where it'll have like swearing and stuff. It'll have like bleeped out swearing, and it'll have like you know, maybe that one will have going to Equestria, because Earth to Pony or Pony Meets World had going to Equestria, so maybe that'll happen, and maybe the world will be fully opened up again, and that'll be, you know, the 3rd season of Pony Meets World, and like they'll be able to come and go as they please again. It'll like be the whole thing all over again, and maybe there'll be a season 3 and season 4, like 2 more seasons of Pony Meets World. Do you think that's possible? Like, do you think Joey might bring back Earth to Pony Meets World, like you said? Like, I feel like he might bring it back before 50K, because he hasn't really been able to get back to 39K. No offense to you, Joey, if you're watching this, but you know, it's just kind of how people are. I don't know. But I really feel like he needs to be more well known personally. But I feel like, knowing Joey, he might just bring it back before 50K. And do you think he might do that? Like, maybe after Earth to Pony's over? Like, maybe instead of having a season 2 of Earth to Pony, maybe he just brings back Pony Meets World and announces it on a live stream or something when this whole pandemic is over. Do you think he'll do that?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
And again, just all depends on what he's trying to do and what's on his mind.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think? Like, what do you think a Pony Meets World revival would even be about? Like, do you think it would be like what I said, where like the world would fully open back up again, and like there would be a whole new villain or something? And I feel like if he does that, it would be that or an Earth to Pony season 2. I don't think we'd get both. Do you agree?
70%.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like...
Yeah, kind of between I am sure and I'm not sure.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, we're not Joey, so we don't know what he's gonna do, but yeah, that's why I like to speculate, but yeah.
The only one who knows Joey is...
Joey, yeah. That's why I like to speculate, you know, because I'm sure Joey will definitely like to see this video when I send it to him, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see us talking about speculation for his series. I bet he'll feel really honored, but yeah.
Yeah, it would be honored to be able to do that.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think that's really all the topics. I mean, it was really fun to discuss about Earth to Pony, and I'm hoping that when this whole pandemic is over, you know, and everything, I mean, I don't know if it'll be over in California, but it'll probably be over in Florida before it's over in California, which I don't really care about, because, you know, I mean, if it's over in Florida, that means Joey can start filming again, but I'm not gonna bug him about it, and because I know he wants to take his time, and even when the pandemic is over, you know, I'm not gonna bug him about it, because I know even when he does start filming, it's gonna take time, because he's gonna have to edit and all that, and I really wish people wouldn't just bug him all the time about it, and, you know, it's really, I don't know why people do that after he specifically said that to not do it. Like, I don't know, it's just weird.
I know, and a lot of people keep bugging me to do my videos too. And for most of you that are watching this and are also fans of me and Joey O, you should understand, and I'm saying this to everyone on YouTube, whoever's watching this, I am saying that I know how Joey feels. I mean, I know some ways of how he feels when he gets rushed on making the episodes. You should understand, and even he even made a behind the scenes video of how to make My Little Pony in real life.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why it's taken so long, because he usually has to keep finding the right clips and then placing them in the real life footage, and to make sure that he gets the right cast and crew and make sure everything is working correctly.
Yeah.
Same thing goes for me when I make my videos, except I don't use clips from the show. I actually animate them myself.
Yeah, And I can kind of understand how he feels a little bit too, because I actually followed his tutorial, and it took me like basically all day just to put Starlight on my bed, and it wasn't even a second long. It was like literally 0 seconds, and it was like half a second basically, like it was, yeah, basically half a second, but it said 0 seconds. And it took me all day just to do that, and even then it wasn't like perfect. It wasn't as perfect as Joey makes his. So I can understand it's a lot of hard work. So like, and he has to do it for like several scenes, and like he has to get it perfect and make it look like they're like, take out the background completely, which is really hard. So I'd say Joey's definitely a professional. I mean, at what he does. I mean, I commend him, and I wish people wouldn't bug him. I wish they knew how hard it was, you know, because really, that's why I just gave up on it. I didn't want to do it again, because I mean, Joey doesn't give up. That's the amazing thing about him. He does not give up. I just give up because it's not just something I really do. My YouTube thing is audios with voice actors and 15AI when that's back up. But yeah, that's
well, at some point, a few times, I could be able to help you with some like little audio things or slight little animations when you're up for it.
Yeah.
Because I did do that one video of you turning into a pony.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm not sure how long we've been recording. I'll find out after I save this, but I think that'll be about it. I might talk to Zach a little bit after this video is done, and just stay on call with him for a little bit. But that's
because we've been friends for about a year and a half or 2.5 years, or
yeah.
Like
well, yeah, we've been friends I think since last year, since late last year, around there. But yeah,
somewhere around there.
But yeah, this is my very first collab with a actual YouTuber, so I'm really happy to be doing that. So yeah, but anyway, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm hoping to work with some more VAs to get some more audios done, so be on the lookout for that. I emailed Sun Leslie and Ashley H. I don't know if they actually do stuff for free. I emailed them to see, but it's likely they probably don't, but you never know. So
the only way I get voice actors is by using Casting Call Club to find free collaboration for no payment at all, because I don't get paid on YouTube.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Yeah, I don't either, because I'm way too small and I don't really do YouTube for a job. So yeah.
And mostly because of a lot of copyright issues.
Yeah, but guys, when 15AI is back up, look out for a lot of audios, because there's this pony preservation tool that has like voices that even the site doesn't have. So they have a Sunset AI and a Starlight AI, so I'll be trying to make some stuff with that. But anyway, that'll be all for now. See you guys in the next video. Bye.